Welcome to January 2024. Very cold day, but the warm, loving tones of Jim Meyer are about to fill our rooms. Jay Baba, Jim, take over.
All right. J Bob, everybody. Yeah. All right. Thought I would start off with a song that's written from quotes by Mayor Baba. In fact, I believe that it was just one set of quotes, and I might have modified them into song form, but they're very, very close to the exact words of Mayor Baba. And the song I call God Responds. God does not listen to the language of the tongue. God does not listen to the mind. God responds only to the language of the heart. It is the song of love for beloved God. So do not listen to the voice of the mind. Listen to the voice of the heart. The mind wavers, the heart does not. The mind fears, the heart is undaunted. Love God. Keep him ever consciously present within you. Let God form the basis of all your thoughts, speech, and actions. Remember God in every little thing you do. Then all responsibilities will rest solely with God. Do not listen to the voice of the mind. Listen to the voice of the heart. The mind is home of doubts, reasons, and theories. The purified heart is the beloved's home. And rid your heart of low desires, malice, and selfishness, and then God will manifest in you as your own self. God responds only to the language of the heart. It is the song of love for beloved God. Love God. Keep him ever consciously present within you. Let God form the basis of all your thoughts, speech, and actions. Remember God in every little thing you do. Then all responsibilities will rest solely with God. I think I've done this song recently It just came to me one morning that I was thinking about Baba and how much bigger he has become since I first heard about him, how much more infinite he has become. And I started to sort of riff in my head on the term, the Ancient One. It's such a wonderful term, the Ancient One. You know, Avatar has a lovely ring to it. God-Man has a lovely ring to it. But there's something about the Ancient One. So I wrote this song. Called The Ancient One, strangely enough. The Ancient One. Oh, I see what the problem is. Oh, I kept saying this didn't sound quite right. I had a capo one. It's not played with a capo. Give me a second. This is how we start. This is how we start off a cold day here. You can see how the instruments are, because of the temperature changes, they're just not going to hold today. Okay. The Ancient One, the Ancient One. Every 1,000 years he comes, Father of compassion, the Ancient One, the Ancient One, the Ancient One, from beginningless beyond. Awoke the whim of the I Am, the Ancient One. The Ancient One, the Ancient One, first soul in creation, singer of the original song, the Ancient One, the Ancient One, the Ancient One, never leaving and never done, always awakening the phenomenon, the Ancient One. The Ancient One, the Ancient One, ever since it all begun, he must suffer the illusion, the Ancient One. The Ancient One, the Ancient One, a billion times he has come to share his love as God's beacon. The Ancient One, the Ancient One, the Ancient One, He is each soul's paragon, and His race is never fully run. The Ancient One. The Ancient One, the Ancient One, out of yearning He is spun, to merge all in divine union. The Ancient One, the Ancient One, the Ancient One. I have to retune this.
Is that very recent song, Jim?
Fairly recent, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very, very nice.
I always like to say Baba gets bigger and bigger as I get smaller and smaller. Om Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Om Namo. Om Namo Meher. Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo. Namo, Namo Meher. Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo. Namo Meher. Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo. Lord of love, I sing your holy name, Lord of love. I burn within your flame, Lord of love. You play the perfect game, Lord of love. Life's journey's golden dame, Lord of love. God's glory you attain, Lord of love, Lord of love. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Namo, Namo Meher. Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Namo Meher. Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba. Om come to set us free. King of kings, you came to make us see. King of kings, piercing duality. King of kings, you heard our heartfelt pleas. King of kings, awake your devotees. King of kings, King of kings. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Namo, Namo Meher. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Namo Meher. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo. Slave of love, the answer to all hearts called. Slave of love, you are our all in all. Slave of love, for those who rise or fall. Slave of love, for lovers great and small. Slave of love, our hearts your shrine install. Slave of love, slave of love. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Namo, Namo Meher. Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo. Avatar, God clothed in human form. Avatar, all blessed when you were born. Avatar, our lives to you are sworn. Avatar, illusion you transform. Avatar, what theater you perform. Avatar, Avatar. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Namo, Namo Meher. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Namo Meher. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo.
Jim, that reminded me of Laura Delevingne. Just really.
Jim, what's the story behind that song? Briefly.
I heard a version of an Indian version of that song melodically, and I didn't quite get the melody, but I love the feeling of it. And of course, the word Om Namo is connected with the avatar. It's used, you hear Om Namo Rama, Om Namo Krishna. It's always associated with the avatar. So when, 10 years after I heard it, I was here in Spruce Pine, and I I started writing English words to a melody that I came up with. So that's
It's a classic.
I don't do it enough. I do it every day, but I don't do it in public much. I don't know why. All right. Speaking of classics, I wonder if I can do this in this low. Interesting. Cold weather makes the strings tighten up. It actually raises the tuning of the instrument. This was written in Appel, and he gave a number of these handwritten manuscripts to a couple of us Baba singers. I know Bill Cliff got some, and I got some, and Ted Judson got some, and this was the first song of Appel that in English that I put to music. It's called Ocean Calm. Oh, Meher, you're the ocean calm. Everything is in your palm. You are Jesus, you are Ram. Oh, Meher, you're the ocean calm. You are really mighty God. This world is moving through your nod. You are Jesus, you are Ram. Oh, Meher, you're the ocean calm. You are the singer and the song. Listening now, you led us long. You are Buddha, you are Shyam. Oh, Meher, you're the ocean calm. You are the beggar and the king, the song eternal let us sing. You are Allah, ancient one. Oh, Meher, you're the ocean calm. We are suffering in this pain. We want you right now, this is plain. Take again your physical form. Oh, Meher, you're the ocean calm. Everything is in your palm. Oh, Meher, you're the ocean calm. One of the delightful things about, well, there were many delightful things about going to India in the early 70s and 80s. And one of them was the wonderful musicianship of Mani, Baba's sister, and the enthusiasm and childlike quality she had. And many times I remember hearing her sing, "You Are My Sunshine." And she would say, "You are my Baba, my only Baba. You make us happy when skies are gray." And at some point, I started to toy around with the melody of "You Are My Sunshine," which is a pretty classic melody. And anyway, this is what I've come up with. You are my sunshine, you are my rain, you are my pleasure, you are my pain, you are my rainbow, all 7 rings, you are the reason why my heart sings, you are my thunder, you are my sun, you are the doer and the undone. You are my winters and you are my springs. You are the reason why my heart sings. Oh, Baba, you're all in all. Alpha, Omega, rise and fall. You're everything a full life brings. You are the reason why my heart sings. You are my Baba, my only Baba. You make us happy when skies are gray. I'll never know, dear, how much you love me. Never take my Baba away. You are my engine, you are my wheel. You keep me going, you make me feel. You are my brakes, you are my spring, you are the reason why my heart sings. You are my Jesus, you are my Ram, you are my Buddha, you are my Brahm, you are the fabric of my heartstring. You are the reason why my heart sings. Oh, Baba, you're all that's there. In all my joys, in my despair. Oh, Baba, you're everything. You are the reason why my heart sings. You are my Baba, my only Baba. You make us happy when skies are gray. We'll never know, dear, how much you love us, and never take our Baba away. You are my master, you are my friend. You're always with me, right to the end. You are beloved, and beyond such things, you are the reason why my heart sings. Oh, Baba, you're all in all, Alpha, Omega, rise and fall. You're everything a full life brings. You are the reason why my heart sings. You are my Baba, my only Baba. You make me happy when skies are gray. I'll never know, dear, how much you love me. So never take my Baba away. And that is, I wonder if that's a, we won't do that one because I think that's, let me see what we got here. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Capo. I knew this one had a capo. All right, I see that Anne's here, Anne Ross. Anne, this is one of your mom's poems. One of my favorites. I always like to say when I sing this song that it asks the question with a sentence, and the same sentence gives the answer. This is called Have I Known Love? And that has a question mark. Have I known love? Let me just make sure it's in good tune with this cold weather. Wow. Have I known love and love's sweet pain? Not until I heard your name. Did I dream what love could really be? Not until you came for me. Have I known love? Have I known love? Have I seen beauty on this earth? Never before, until you took birth. Not until my eyes gazed on thee have I known true beauty. Have I known love? Have I known love? Have I known joy in years gone by? Not until you heard my heart cry. Not until you brought me into the light that put all fear and grief to flight. Have I known love? Have I known love? Have I known anything at all, not until I heard your call. Was I aware what life could be? Not until you came for me, showing me God in everything, causing my heart to leap and sing, filling my soul with awe, to know at last your word is law. Have I known love? Have I known love? Now I surrender all I have known. Now I forget what my mind has shown. I am in you, and you in me, dwelling throughout eternity. Have I known love? Have I known love? Have I known anything at all? Not until I heard your call. Was I aware what life could be? Not until you came for me, showing me God in everything, and causing my heart to leap and sing, filling my soul with awe, to know at last your word is law. Have I known love? Have I known love? Have I known love? Have I known love?
Thank you, Jim. That was so beautiful.
Thank you. It's a beautiful poem. Yeah, just a beautiful poem. Wow. All right, so while I get this in tune, this is fairly new for me. And this is based on a poem that Meyer Baba wrote under the nom de plume Huma, which in my understanding is the bird of paradise, like the Persian bird of paradise, that is reborn in the flames of love. The guy who translated it, I don't think he translated. I think he took a translation and sort of tried to put it in ghazal form. Does not indicate when it was written, and I put it into song form, and I just call it Huma's Song. Oh, beloved, we should think of you with every breath, even when we stop breathing in the arms of death. After the final fauna, when there remains only you, even when remembrance itself is through. Oh, beloved, your sweet glance has cut our hearts into 1,000 wounds. Being useful to you in the world's eyes makes us useless buffoons. Only your love and cool glances makes us steadily progress. But what kind of love is this that not even is a moment's rest? Oh, beloved, at first you appeared kind, but in love's all-consuming fire, you cruelly destroy all but our heart's desire. Without our asking, you have given us 1,000 blessings, and all these agonies are comforts for the soul's undressing. Oh, beloved, what should we be doing in this pleading that brings derision from the world and from you a sound beating? At first we thought you were all loving and as soft as wax, but now we find you stone-hearted and cruel in your attacks. You say, beloved, that the ocean of love is truly an endless fire. How can one be drowning and burning and yet not expire? When we entered its flames, 1,000 storms were engaged. But even more than the agony of loving you is the longing of the estranged. Oh, Master, how can we be freed from longing's desire unless you cause this separation to expire? No one can live without your love glance. Oh, you, the unrelenting destroyer of the cosmic dance. Oh, beloved, we should think of you with every breath, and even when we stop beating in the arms of death.
Wow.
Huh. Let's see what else we got. And that's pretty much the dulcimer part of it. All right. Hopefully these other instruments will not go out as much in tune as that one did, but it's all part of the game. All right. Let me double check this. Whoa. All right. Going to do a very old spiritual from the 1800s. This is, there's so many versions of this that what I did was I just sort of combined what I heard on about half a dozen versions and then changed the melody slightly. But this is the old spiritual gospel, spiritual call, Since I've Laid My Burden Down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. Burden down, Lord, burden down, since I laid my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. I'm going home to live with Jesus when I laid my burden down. No more sickness, no more sorrow, since I laid my burden down. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. I feel like shouting, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. I feel better, so much better, since I laid my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. Burden down, Lord, burden down, Lord, since I laid my burden down. I am climbing Jacob's ladder, since I laid my burden down. And every rung goes higher and higher, since I laid my burden down. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burden down. I'm going home to live with Jesus, since I laid my burden down. And I'll keep on singing to Meher Baba, since I laid my burden down. I'll always remember my Holy Father, since I laid my burden down. Since I laid my burden down.
Good one.
There you go. Okay, this is that wonderful poem that Mayor Baba wrote to Dr. Donkin on his 33rd birthday. Interestingly enough, Donkin's birthday is 14th of November, 1911. This was written in April of 1944, but anyway, it's just a great poem by Baba, and it really is the crystallization of the lover-beloved relationship. It's called Just You and Me, and really that's all there is, just you and Baba. In the moonlight, just you and me. When everything is bright, just you and me, just you and me. Just you and me, just you and me, just you and me. In darkness or in light, just you and me. In wrong or in right, just you and me, just you and me. Just you and me, just you and me, just you and me. When devil is in flight, just you and me. When God is in sight, just you and me, just you and me, just you and me, just you and me, just you and me. When truth is all might, just you and me. When difficulties are slight, there's just you and me, just you and me, just you and me, just you and me, just you and me. In corners all tight, just you and me. When sharing God's delight, there's just you and me, 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 just you and me. All right, well, Rosalie is in the audience, so I have to do this song. This is called If You Want, written from Mayor Baba's perspective. And Baba's perspective is always, you get what you want. That's the deal. The deal is whatever you want, that's what you get. If you want Baba and you really want Baba and nothing but Baba, that's what you get. But be careful what you want. This is called If You Want. If you want, I will stay with you forever. If you want, every day. If you want, I will love you like no other. If you want, in every way. If you want, I will always be beside you. If you want, if you want, I will join you on life's highway. If you want, I'll show the way. And if you want, I will be your provider in days of harvest and in days of loss. And if you want, I will be your night rider, your protector. I'll take up the cross. If you want, I can daily surrender all your mind and all your heart. If you want, you can sing songs so tender that the gates of heaven will surely part. And if you want, I will be your beloved in times of crisis and in days of bliss. And if you want, I will offer you my homestead. I'll prepare you for the divine kiss. If you want, I will always be beside you. If you want, every day. And if you want, I will join you on life's highway. If you want, I'll show the way. And if you want, I will be your provider in days of harvest and in days of loss. And if you want, I will be your night rider, your protector. I'll take up the cross.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. This one's for Ruthie. I've been growing quite old with you, yet every day's a brand new start. And every night we sit and review. I love you with all of my heart. I'm not a sentimental man, and I've done some things that weren't smart. But holding tight to you has been the perfect plan. I love you with all of my heart. When you appeared into my life, things began to rearrange. You silently showed me what real love is. You gave me the strength to change. And when you give to me a glimpse of you and show me who you really are, then I am able to find myself. I love you with all of my heart. And I've never been alone in this journey. You and I have never been apart. The more of you, the less of me. I love you with all of my heart. When you appeared into my life, things began to rearrange, and you silently showed me what real love is. You gave me the strength to change. And when you give to me a glimpse of you and show me who you really are, then I am able to find myself. I love you with all of my heart. I love you with all of my heart.
You're really beautiful, Jim.
Thank you. I'm going to take a break from this and see if we can get this in tune. I'm really pushing it on this. I don't think I'll do that one. Let's see what we got here. All right. Earlier I sang a song called Just You and Me, and I forgot to say that the melody was based on a melody written by Bill Cliff, the late great Bill Cliff, who is always in my thoughts, and just a lovely guy and a great singer. And this was he put this to music, a Francis Brabazon poem, to music called No Returning Home. We have waited all night for you, and now the dawn is come. From distant places we came. There can be no returning home. There can be no returning home. We know that it is morning because of the dawn's cool fingers upon our hot eyelids, and we can hear her sweet singers. We can hear her sweet singers. We cannot be sure now whether it was our own yearning that expected you, or you promised. It matters not in this burning. It matters not in this burning, 'cause we've waited all night for you, Baba, and now the dawn is come. From distant places we came. there can be no returning home. No, there can be no returning home. Neither have we your brightness, nor will we behold the new day. For we lost our eyes in the darkness, and are adrift on tears' waves way, and are adrift on tears' waves way. We're blind, witless wretches whose song the wind carries with a seagull's cry. We're bold fellows, brave enough to leave home, but not daring enough to die. We're not daring enough to die. We've waited all night for you, and now the dawn has come. From distant places we came. There can be no returning home, no. There can be no returning home. Still, we are wrapped in a glory to all other men denied. For we once touched the hem of your garment. This is our spirit's pride. Yes, this is our spirit's pride. Oh, what is it to us that somewhere the world's sun will presently rise? Sometime this darkness of nowhere will be lit by the light of your eyes. Will be lit by the light of your eyes. And we've waited all night for you, and now the dawn is come. From distant places we came. There can be no returning home. There can be no returning home. There can be no returning home. All right. I wrote this song many, many years ago, and every time I perform it, I'm sort of kind of stunned that I had something to do with this song. I think most Baba songwriters, after a while, they don't feel that they're singing anything they had to do with, with their own creation. They don't think in those terms after a while. These things, these songs, some of these songs just appear, and it's sort of head scratching where they came from. This is one of those. They travel on the rivers, they travel on the rails, they travel in the air and on the sea. They travel the long distances through valleys and through vales to finally rest at their beloved's feet. To finally rest at their beloved's feet. Now some of them are beggars, some of them are kings, but most of them are somewhere in between. And sometimes they get lonely in their wanderings, but still they're ever driven by the dream. They're the seekers, they're the pilgrims, they're the lovers, they're the children. Well, they find their ways to places even wise men fear to tread. They enter realms where few have ever been. They're hopeless and helpless and far less live than dead, yet the rest of their journey lies within. They sing songs of the new life, inviting calamities. They shun all worldly hopes, lusts, greeds, and fears. And their melody is suffering. They seek only to please God, because the music of surrender is all God hears. They're companions, they're fearless, they're comrades, and they're peerless. They worship at an altar no church or mosque can hold. Their prayers are often sighs of love's sweet sad tale. And they worship a beloved whose beauty is untold, but whose face is hidden deep behind self's veil. And the lovers love with passion, the lovers love with heat. They wear their open hearts upon their sleeves, and they hurl their reckless bodies headlong down Love Street, and never do they look to see who grieves. They're the fire, he's the ocean, they desire his devotion. In beginningless beginnings, when time and space were not, the infinite existence was asleep. But somewhere in that everywhere there hatched an amazing plot for God to awaken from his slumber deep. And from beginningless beginnings came lovers like you and me to travel through the valleys and the vales. Our journey is in awakening to God's infinity, so God himself finds pleasure in love's sweet sad tales. He's awakening in his lovers, their hearts are breaking as they're uncovered.
Great song, Jim.
Thank you.
I think Ruthie has done that song before, haven't you, Ruthie?
You didn't,
Good wake up call.
Ruthie, did you make any money off that?
I did, Jim. I'll send you the check. The check's in the mail.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late, James, but you know, us old folks need reminders, and
Really?
yeah.
Well, all these other old folks didn't need to be reminded. I'll do this one. This is written by Malcolm Schloss. Most of you know Malcolm Schloss was one of the really first American Baba lovers. And Meher Baba called Malcolm his Hafez. You would think he would have called Francis his Hafez, but he called Malcolm his Hafez. He probably called them both his Hafez and then put them in a room together and let them duke it out. But anyway, I love Malcolm Schloss. I think as a poet, he is a word distiller. He takes everything down. He's a minimalist. He takes everything down to its bare minimum. But every word is exactly where it should be. It's like polishing gems, his poetry. Very deceptively simple poetry, but beautiful, beautiful. And this is one called The Gates of the Mind. The gates of the mind are easy to find. They stand at the end of the road that winds from the outer world to the inner shrine, and each is labeled, "This is mine." Sight claims the things that I can see. I reach for those confronting me. I long for those I cannot hold. Thwarted I rage and fume and scold. Whoever passes in review, I bend to my will. I tell what to do and where to go. From each I claim fresh garlands for my mounting fame. The shrine inside is hard to hold against these constant onslaughts bold, until at last I place a sign, "Beloved, all this is thine." For thine are the things that I can see. I consecrate each one to thee. Release or used for thy delight, and move serenely in thy sight. For the gates of the mind are easy to find. They stand at the end of the road that winds from the outer world to the inner shrine, and each is labeled, "This is mine." There was a period in my life, 10 years with Baba, from musically from about 1968 to in the 70s, where I would put a lot of Hafez poetry to music. And I look back at it now with the hindsight. I was being fed, spoon-fed a lot of this stuff from Baba. And I don't know how to explain it. It's not something that you intellectually can explain, but this was one of them. This is called Rose and Nightingale. Arthur Arbery translation, beautiful translation. I walked within a garden fair, at dawn to gather flowers there, when suddenly sounded in the dale, the singing of he loved a rose like me, and he too loved in agony, tumbling upon the mead he sent, the cataract of his lament. With sad and meditative pace, I wandered in that flowery place, and thought upon the tragic tale of love and rose and nightingale. The rose was lovely as I tell, the nightingale, he loved her well. He with no other love could live, and she no kindly word would give. It moved me strangely as I heard the singing of that passionate bird. So much it moved me, I could not endure the burden of its throat. Full many a fair and fragrant rose within the garden freshly blows, but not a bloom was ever torn without the wounding of the thorn. Oh, think not, O Hafez, any cheer to be gained from fortune's wheeling sphere. Fate has 1,000 turns of ill, and never a tremor of goodwill.
Jim, what did you sing for Mara?
Well, I sang that, definitely.
Oh.
You know, it's interesting. I don't remember. If I go quietly into myself, I can visualize myself on the porch singing many, many songs to Mara over a long period of time, over 15, 20 years. But if somebody would ask me, "Oh, did you do this or do that?" I don't recall. It's in a sacred location in my consciousness, which I don't go to except in very quiet moments. But I sang all the Hafez, the early Hafez to Mara, and the other ladies. And I would do a concert occasionally in Mondeley Hall, and she would come with the other ladies. These were very sacred moments that I didn't appreciate at the time, and I appreciate much more now, but still, when the grand scheme is revealed, I think we'll all understand it a little better. I was happy that I had the opportunity. That's all I can say. This is one I think I did once. This is from God Speaks, page 130. Verbatim, as they say. Or as they say in Brooklyn, verbatim. Verbada-bing. This just struck me as a beautiful piece of poetry, very brief piece of poetry. As a musician and as a painter and as somebody who is involved in rhythms and patterns, I am clearly recognize these wonderful melodic rhythms and patterns in Meher Baba's dictations, which is getting lost more and more in these redefined, these newly found and edited pieces. They become so thick and muddy that they don't have that delightful melody and rhythm. But anyway, this is page 130 of God Speaks, and it's called The Happiness of God Realization. The happiness of God realization is the goal of all creation. The happiness of God realization is the goal of all creation. The real happiness which comes through realizing God is worth all physical and mental sufferings in the universe. Then all suffering is as if it were not. Then all suffering is as if it were not. The happiness of God realization is the goal of all creation. The happiness of God realization is the goal of all creation. This happiness is self-sustained, eternally fresh and unfailing. It is boundless and indescribable, and it is for this happiness that the world has sprung into existence. And it is for this happiness that the world has sprung into existence. The happiness of God realization is the goal of all creation. The happiness of God realization is the goal of all creation. The happiness of God realization is the goal of all creation.
Thank you, Jim. We all need to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. All the sufferings as if it were that didn't exist. This is B, so let me see if we're in B. All right, let's try this. Oh, Baba, what you gonna do? Oh, Baba, what you gonna do? Well, you change my world when you change my point of view. I said, oh, Baba, hide and seek's your game. Oh, Baba, hide and seek's your game. Come on out and show us your true frame. I said, oh, Baba, what am I supposed to do? Oh, Baba, what am I supposed to do? Well, I love myself, but I want to love only you. Deep in my heart's where you reside. Deep in my heart you love to hide. And drowning in your love is how I want to die. It's such a long and lonely, lovely ride. I said, oh, Baba, slay me with your Nazar. Oh, Baba, slay me with your Nazar. For this illusion game has gone on way too far. I say, oh, Baba, hallowed be thy name. Oh, Baba, hallowed be thy name. Well, I'm just a moth burning in your flame. I said, oh, Baba, your compassion know no bounds. Oh, Baba, your compassion know no bounds. And your silence is what makes the sweetest sounds. Oh, lost in your eyes is where I'm found. Lost in your eyes is where I'm drowned. And drowning in your love is how I want to die. Merging in the one eternal sigh. I say, oh, Baba, what you gonna do? Oh, Baba, what you gonna do? Well, you change my world when you change my point of view.
Wow, wow, wow. I love it. Oh, that makes me want to dance.
That's based on the finger stylings of Mississippi John Hurt. If you want to, and this, I found this Irish girl. She's 12 years old or 14 years old, and she's clearly a reincarnation of an old black Mississippi blues player. I could give you her name.
Yeah,
I have it
please.
Yeah, here. When you go on YouTube, it's the most incredible thing. There's a soft-spoken little Irish girl. Her name is Muriann, Muireann, Muriann Bradley, Bradley.
Wow.
And she plays Mississippi John Hurt better than Mississippi John Hurt.
Yeah, I saw her. You're right.
Yeah, she's from Ireland. She's this little, sweet little Irish girl, and she's singing like, "Oh, Baba, what we gonna do?" You know, it's just the most amazing. And if you don't believe in reincarnation, after that, you will.
I
Yeah. Anyway,
can't wait. Yeah.
Murianne Bradley. She's fantastic.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Try this one because I was telling somebody about this, and then I remembered I wrote it. Let's see what it's going. This is another one of these songs from a long time ago, where I look at it now and I just sort of shake my head. I just don't know where this stuff came from, because I clearly did not have the I just didn't have the insight to write stuff like this, but here it is, you know. All these paths, all this time, journeys out of darkness, journeys out of mind, from a sleep of ignorance, from a sleep of pain, from a dream of loneliness no sleeping can contain. Keep me no longer from your splendor. May hear my Lord, I surrender. All these schemes, all these roles, dividing and denying as life's tapestry unfolds, from a state of fearfulness toward a state of grace, from a place where meanings unravel without a trace. I no longer subscribe to this agenda. May hear my Lord, I surrender. What can I do? What can I say when the very act of longing is what gets in the way? In the crimes of love, you're the worst offender. May hear my Lord, I surrender. All these pleas, all these sighs, are any of them helping me to look within your eyes? Lost within my hopelessness, no help seemed to come my way. The game may have a charm for you, Baba, but for me only delay. And it's clear that I'm no spiritual contender. May hear my Lord, I surrender. All this art, all these prayers, poetry and righteousness, just so many stairs. Can anybody really touch you where you live, when sweeping paths with eyelashes is not enough to give? I postmark my soul, return to sender. May hear my Lord, I surrender. What can I do? What can I say when the very act of longing is what gets in the way? In the crime of love, you're the worst offender. May, my Lord, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender.
Fantastic. Wow. Baba.
I got a question.
Yeah,
I'm curious. Do you have
I'd be curious to hear your sentence. That your
Heading out.
He froze.
he
Yeah.
froze. See, that'll just let that be that be a warning to all of you, okay?
return? Yeah, yeah. Where'd you
I
steal
risked
that
I
from?
risked it.
Yeah.
Where did I steal
Okay.
that from?
You
Yeah,
made it up all on your own, huh?
yeah. That's what they say.
Jay Baba.
Jay Baba. Okay, we'll do a Leonard Cohen, If It Be Your Will. This is got this. I stole this from Tim McAllister, who does it a lot better than I do. If it be your will that I speak no more, and my voice be still as it was before, I will speak no more, I shall abide until I am spoken for, if it be your will. If it be your will that a voice be true from this broken hill, I will sing to you. From this broken hill all your praises shall ring. If it be your will, let me sing. If it be your will, if that there is a choice, let the rivers fill, let the hills rejoice, let your mercy spill on all these burning hearts in hell. If it be your will to make us well, and draw us near, and bind us tight, all your children here, in their rags of light, in our rags of light, all dressed to kill, and end this night, if it be your will, if it be your will. If it be your will that I speak no more, and my voice be still as it was before, I will speak no more, I shall abide until I am spoken for, if it be your will, if it be your will, if it be your will, if it be your will.
Jim, would you do the lover and the beloved?
Yeah, I'd be happy to do it.
Yeah, thank you.
You must be picking up on Joe Stewart's vibration on that one, because I kept picking that up, and then I kept forgetting because, well, that's my relationship with Joe. All right. Again, this is taken verbatim or word for word. From the Everything and the Nothing. This wonderful, it's the first poem, first discourse, it's a poem too, in the Everything and the Nothing. It's called The Lover and the Beloved. And I tend to often use this when people ask me about Meher Baba. It's one of the first things I quote, at least the first couple of paragraphs, about what Baba says about God. God is love, and love must love, and to love there must be a beloved. But since God is existence, infinite and eternal, there's no one for him to love but himself. And in order to love himself, he must imagine himself as the beloved, whom he as the lover imagines he loves. Om, 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 om. Beloved and lover implies separation, and separation creates longing, and longing causes search, and the wider and the more intense the search, the greater the separation, and the more terrible the longing. Om, 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 om. When longing is most intense, separation is complete. And the purpose of separation, which was that love might experience itself as lover and beloved, is fulfilled. And union follows. And when union is attained, the lover knows that he himself was all along the beloved whom he loved and desired union with. And all the impossible situations he overcame were obstacles which he himself had placed in the path to himself. Om, 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 om. To attain union is so impossibly difficult because it's impossible to become what you already are. Union is nothing other than knowledge of oneself as the only one. Home, home, home.
Thank you, Jim.
My pleasure, Joe. Why don't we finish up on this one? I'm running out of room in my bedroom here. Let's see. Make sure it's in tune. And we'll do Francis Brabazon's The Dawn Light, which he wrote to the melody of Danny Boy. And it says A, so this is... Close, close, very close. All right. The dawn light breaks against my grief of stubborn days. The world awakes, each thing to sing your praise. And I alone stir not as though it still were night. As a dull stone, though sunshine gives no light. Meher, Meher, all things reflect your face so fair. In each that sings, you of yourself are aware. But though I see your winning beauty everywhere, unless you give me love, what is all this to me? The dawn light sings up from the wells of lovers' eyes, and gladness springs in wild new melodies. And I alone remain unmoved by all around, as a dull stone, though struck, gives out no sound. Meher, Meher, all forms your lovely image bear, and all voice says your perfect truth declare. But though I see your winning beauty everywhere, unless you give me love, what is all this to me? The dawnlight blooms within each heart, and nightingales their songs resume, which tell love's sweet sad tales. And I alone, hidden in darkest night, remain as a dull stone, though broken knows no pain. Meher, Meher, all things reflect your beauty rare. In every sweet song, you alone are there. But though I see your winning beauty everywhere, unless you give me love, what is all this to me? Unless you give me love, what is all this to me. J. Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jay, Baba, Jim. Great, great song to end this morning with.
Hey, Baba.
Wine everywhere. Thank you.
I've got some kind of weird thing. Oh, there we go. Now I can see everybody.
Best concert ever.
Best concert ever.
She
That's
lives in
the-
the moment.
It's the only concert.
That's right. That's right.
Living the now, that not only is the greatest concert, it's the only one. Wait, give me a second. I want to read some. I want to see. I always like to read these chats. Go home. What is this? All right. Okay, Marta asks, who is Cheyenne? Is Marta still here?
I thought she was, but I don't see her now.
All right.
You
Well,
can answer it.
Shyam means the dark one, and it means it's Krishna.
Huh?
And it's spelled Shyam, Shyam. That's from Omaha, the ocean calm.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you.
Or as they
Thank
say in Mayberry, Shazam.
No, that's a different one. No, that's a different.
Hey, Jim, I'm going to write to Martha. Does that mean, did you say Shyam means Krishna?
Yeah, it literally means the dark one, because Krishna is always shown as being a dark blue, which is based on another tale in which he absorbed the poison from a snake, a serpent, and it turned him blue. But Shyam means the dark one, and it refers to Krishna.
Wow.
All right. Jai Baba, everybody.
Jai Baba.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks again. Always.
Nice
The
seeing
pleasure
everyone.
is mine.
We like it.
Oh, I think it's ours, Jim, but that's okay.
All right.
All right. We won't fight.
For a wonderful Sunday morning.
Thank you.
You're the bestest.
And of course, we have for those of you still remaining, we have Jamie Newell at 2:30.
All right, right. Wow.
right.
Intoxication day.
And but we need to get as much Baba in on Sunday as possible so that we can slide through the rest of the week.
That's right.
No. I'm just goodbye, y'all.
Jai Baba.
Hey, Baba.
Gonna have to do weekly concerts if we're gonna have to do it that way. Keep us from week to week, right? That was great.
W-E-A-K to W-E-A-K.
Right. Oh, Anne, it's good to see you today, always. Jai Baba. I think you're muted still, sweet.
A great concert. Thank you.
Isn't it?
Jai
Oh,
Baba.
I have to say, it merged on Kowali for me, which is really saying something. Kowali. Yeah.
my eyes are still watering.
Yeah. No, it was, devotional singing. Yeah.
What a difference. Yeah.
I always love that that's what it says,
Yeah.
I love Jim's new computer because I heard everything. I heard all the words without hearing aids. I don't know. It's just magic today.
Wow.
That never happened.
Good. Finally, we're getting
Very-
somewhere with this technology, huh?
It made a big
Wow.
difference.
Oh, and their mother's poem, the music and your mother's poem, just
Oh,
I love that particular one that he just did today. That's
right.
really my favorite. Beautiful.
well, it says it all, doesn't it? At least for me, it says it all.
Really loved it. She would love him. She never met him, I don't think.
It's bad.
Just you and me is a close second, I'd say.
Yeah, just you. I've been singing that all week and I can't remember the words, so I make them up.
You know, he used
In
to,
the morning, just
yeah,
you and
you
me.
and me. That's how it is. Yeah, and he used to feed Duncan where he got the peaches. I remember reading it in the book about Dr. Duncan. He fed him peaches. I mean, you can't even get peaches anymore that are any good. You know, he fed him peaches.
Well, I found some frozen peaches just because you said that, and I had them yesterday and they were so good. Anyway,
Wow. But, you know,
I do.
you probably have the memory of like one fresh one or an apricot. Yeah. I
Oh,
remember Adi Karani when he came, I forget, it was in the 70s, 1970s, and I was living at this house in Altadena, and he wanted apricots, you know. He was very health conscious, you know, he was just, and you know, we go out and try to get apricots, but you know, someone brought a juicer to India, Linda Bailey, to juice him things, you know. I mean, he was actually, it was this thing where you drink your own urine for arthritis. He had
remember.
arthritis, you know. You know, he was like cutting edge when it came to, you know, cures and health. Yeah, IDK, wow. What a blessing he was.
Well, and that's true enough because, you know, when I saw him, we just couldn't keep up with him. People were falling by the wayside through the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Because he
Oh,
just burned on, you know, and the rest
oh,
of us were like,
oh,
I need a
yeah.
nap. I need a, you know, and he was just amazing.
Oh my gosh. You know, he's before there was even the Pilgrim Centers, 1976, they were just laying the foundation.
Yeah.
So you could stay in the cottages from Monday. If there was room, you had to leave on Friday and get a place in town. And I would stay at Mayher Colony, you know. Erich, his uncle, Nashawine, ran this place, but Adi Karani would speak every Friday. Now, I really didn't want to get someone in there asking questions about God Speaks, because I just didn't have an interest. I just didn't. But I tell you, he lit the fire in me for the Kowali, because boy, did he appreciate, you know, he used to sing.
Yes.
You know, he was on fire, you know, and but then he had heart trouble, and so, you know, Jack Small was looking out. He can't sing now, and I thought, geez, I missed it, you know. But this one time, he's quoting from this Kowali song with such fire, you know. His incredible eyebrows and just fire coming out of him. And this little boy, he was one of the workers that kept the compound clean, you know, the trust compound. And he waddled, he's like about 1.5, and he has a ski cap on, and his face is round and the kind that you want to pinch, just beautiful. Baba Das was his name, and he's a ski sweater, and he's naked from the waist down. And Adi's going like fire, and he sees Baba Das, and he just all of a sudden just broke him, like melted him. So beautiful. Yeah.
Such love.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm going to go get some food, see what my husband's up to.
Yeah. Thank you, Ruthie.
Stay warm there.
Yeah.
I forgot to turn off the recording. There we go.